Conference Committee reports.
Conference Committee report on House File Number 844, an act relating to education. The report is addressed to the Honorable Kurt L. Doudt, Speaker of the House, and the Honorable Sandra L. Pappas, President of the Senate. We, the undersigned conferees for House File Number 844, report that we have agreed upon the items in dispute and recommend as follows. And the report is signed by all 5 conferees on the part of the House and all 5 conferees on the part of the Senate. Loon moves that the report of the Conference Committee on House File Number 844 be adopted and that the bill be repassed as amended by the Conference Committee.
I recognize the author, Representative Loon, who will explain the report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. Well, it gives me great pleasure to present just some of the highlights of the Conference Committee report on our Omnibus Education Bill. Of course, this funds programs from early childhood through grade 12, as well as some adult basic education and other educational programs. You know, when the House bill left, there was some concern, I know, by members on both sides of the aisle with our funding target, with other provisions, but this is truly a bipartisan bill. One that devotes and prioritizes funding for every pupil in the state of Minnesota, treating our students and schools as equitably as we can, prioritizing early learning, making sure we're getting kids off to a great start as part of our efforts much needed in the state to close the achievement gap. Some terrific policy provisions to help make sure that we can try to reduce our teacher shortages and provide clarity and transparency in the process of becoming a licensed teacher in the state of Minnesota. And some additional programs that I know you will be interested in hearing about, and I'll tell you some of those details. As you all know, the target was $400 million over base, so we are spending about $17.12 billion in this bill for funding and for our students. And we're sending $330 million of that amounts to our schools through increased pupil formula funding, 1.5% increase in fiscal year 16, a 2% increase in fiscal year 17. We've got more extended support revenue, both for the schools and for the first time ever, charter schools will get some extended support revenue as well for their after-school extended day summer programs and spring break academies that schools may do. We are making significant investments in both